Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. I first off want to just apologize if you hear my boys giggling in the background. They are watching cartoons before they go to bed and they find them pretty hilarious, I guess, tonight, so they've been giggling. But I wasn't quite ready to just hop on here and make a video, but I was just going through some Reddits to see if there's anything good, and I saw these messages and was like, the freaking audacity of this woman. So he says, am I overreacting? This is how my girlfriend talks to me semi-regularly. And he has screenshots. I will put them on the screen. My girlfriend, 23 female, and I, 26 male, had an argument over the spelling of pancetta when I was talking about making carbonara. 4 hours on delivered at this point. I'm not going to go back and apologize because honestly, I can't stand being spoken to like this. I'm not a doormat, and for something like this to erupt out of misspelling makes me feel miserable. Relationships shouldn't be this way, I know, but for some reason I can't bring myself to end it. Well, you should. I mean, all of that right there just sounds like you're not happy. For context, we are long distance, same country, but I do all the driving to meet up and I finance all meals and activities. I didn't receive a gift for Christmas or Valentine's. What? Funnily enough, was also told my Christmas gift was shit. It was a perfume and a candle she liked. What? We have not had sex ever. Okay. Break up with this girl. She's using you, obviously. She's so rude. Listen to this. She says to him, and he said, I wish I had enough pancetta to make another. It was delicious. And he spelled it P-A-N-C-H-E-T-T-A. And she said, oh my God, stop spelling it wrong. Okay, for one thing, she's got all kinds of errors. She didn't correct wrong. They're obviously on an iPhone, and it didn't even autocorrect for her. And then he says, pancetta, you know what I mean? I know. And she's doing this in all caps. I-K, but it's triggering the way you, the letter U, not even spelling out the word you, spell it. Okay, your grammar sucks and you're not even spelling words correctly. So who the hell are you talking to and what are you talking about? He says, it's an extra H. It's no biggie. I corrected myself. And she said, it's not up to you, spelled you wrong again, to say if there's a biggie or none. Wait. It's not up to you to say if there's a biggie or none. Goofy. I'm not saying that word. It's not a biggie, though. It's literally just a letter, a spelling error. Right? Why are you still yapping? Why, the letter Y, the letter R, the letter U. Still yapping. Because I am. Weird ass. Oh my God. She's so rude. She says, go get a hobby instead of being snappy in my chat. I'm not being snappy. I'm just saying a tiny spelling error. She's the one going on about it. She asks, why are you still yapping? Well, you're still yapping too. Calls him weird. And he says, not really, but okay. Go get a hobby, she said, instead of being snappy in my chat. I'm not being snappy. I'm just saying a tiny spelling error is no big deal. Again, it's not up to you. Spelled you wrong again. Again, it's not up to you. If I asked for it not to be spelt that way twice in a week, it means I don't wanna see it spelt retard. This girl, I'm done reading these. Break up with her. Oh my God. Okay, what do people have to say about this? Because this has got to be a joke. Yeah, this has got to be fake. It isn't fake. This has to be fake. Why can't I speak? It isn't. Unfortunately, I am reading every single one of these comments right now because everyone is giving me clarity. I have been scared to seek. I've given almost 5 years to this. No more 5 years and it's been long distance and you haven't had sex and pay for everything, unless you or your partner are asexual and agreed to be in that kind of relationship, I don't know what to say, right? You might be dating her, but I don't think she's dating you. Exactly. I don't think so. I don't think she thinks you're together. If she's talking to you like that and you haven't had sex, that is odd. Okay? Not the way you might think anyways. Are you in school to get like a soon-to-be high-paying job? How much are you spending on her and how regularly? Does your family have money? Something is going on here because it's obvious she doesn't actually like you or care about you. It appears you have a ratchet-ass sugar baby wannabe or something like the next evolution of the girl giving out blowjobs for a bag of Doritos in the school stairwell. Like she doesn't mind giving bare minimum companionship to get things, but is also aware her personality is so shit she could never actually make a career out of it, so settles for some Uber Eats and you occasionally paying her phone bill. That was the best description of a person I have ever read. I salute you. Solid Suspect says, and I salute you as well. My name on Reddit is Grouchy Cherry. Reading her text, I just cannot believe she gets triggered by misspelling. She's just a POS looking for something to slam OP for. That's my opinion. This ain't real, no effing way. I call complete BS. This is real. Nobody can help you. How the F are you going to ask? Okay, but if it is real, why are you talking to them like that? Like, then they come back. And he says, the OP says, unfortunately it is real and I know it's a sham. These comments are really hammering it home. Like, she's the sham, okay guys? Not the situation. The situation is very real. She's the one who's tricked him, okay? He's not trying to trick us. He's been tricked and he's asking, like, what's going on? Like, I can't believe a whole year. He's probably just very kind. Dogs are barking. Lola! She never barks. I think it was coyotes. It sounded like cats. Dude, coyotes make that noise, don't they? I think it was a bunch of coyotes. There was one that just like walked across the street in the middle of the day the other day. It was crazy. Okay, so this Reddit says, I ruined my entire life. Venting advice welcome. Posted 3 hours ago in r/guycry. Okay. I am in law school where I met my girlfriend. In August 2023, we were applying for jobs after graduation, and I put down a professional qualification that I did not have. I know it was stupid, and I regret it so much. Kept going through classes, got a summer job at an awesome place using the misrepresented resume, and they gave me a return offer, which I accepted. Everything in my life was going perfectly, and then I grew a spine. I came forward to my school and told them what I did. They put me on probation, and I knew I was going to have to address it with my future employer. I told them a few weeks ago, and then just rescinded my job offer. My girlfriend was going to work at the same place, and now my relationship is in shambles and likely ending. On top of that, I got desperate and gambled away my nest egg. Oh man. 6 weeks ago, I had everything I ever wanted, a wonderful girlfriend, job. I worked 2 decades for a solid ground underneath me, and now I have nothing. I graduate in a month and cannot believe I threw away my life. I can't stop crying, and it hurts so much. Oh man, you're still young. You did not throw away your life. You did the right thing by telling them, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. I am so sorry that your relationship is in shambles. I don't understand why it would be, since does she know that when you were applying for jobs that you put down a qualification you didn't have? Did she know that? Because if she did, then why is she making this harder for you? She should be there for you right now. I think you should I don't think you should have rescinded your job offer unless like it was hard to just go to work because you felt so bad. But you could have got that qualification in the future. Nothing's stopping you. This is not that bad, I promise. I hope that people are saying this. Let's see. You're a bigger person than me because I wouldn't have told them. I'm a strong believer in anyone can do anything, and if you just wing it sometimes, you'd surprise yourself at what you can do. Absolutely believe that too. Obviously, I'm not going to show up at a hospital pretending I'm a doctor either, but so it depends on the role. Either way, you can't change the past. It's over and you have that weight off your shoulders. Time to move forward with a new resume. Absolutely. The qualification had nothing to do with the job. That's the worst part. This is his comment. The reason I told them is because the character and fitness portion of the bar, it is what it is. I am trying to move forward. Thank you. Oh, he's a lawyer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. The character fitness part, that shit's stressful, but literally all you have to do is not lie on it. As someone who doesn't know anything about this stuff, what is character and fitness in relation to? It's part of, I think, the bar, like getting your, being able to be an attorney in your state. So you're graduating law school and you lied on the character and fitness portion of the bar. That's what he says. And I understand now. I do still hate that your girlfriend and you feel like you're likely ending. But I know that like if it's a big law firm where she is but they were going to put you on probation, so they still forgave you. Like, you're okay. I feel like you're okay. I feel like you did the right thing. You're a good person. You're a good person, and you didn't throw your whole life away. Things happen for a reason. I am a firm believer in that. Like, shit happens, so good things can happen. So something good is going to come out of this. I promise you. I promise. You just have to, sometimes you do just have to look for the good. And if that's what it takes to stay happy, just keep looking for the good. Am I the asshole for kicking my partner out after she told me to stop seeing my daughter? Advice needed. Warning, long post ahead. This was only posted 2 hours ago, so maybe we can give him some advice, or her. I don't know. My partner, 22 female, and I, 24 male, so it is a man, have been together for just under a year now. A few days ago, she asked if we could talk, and I immediately feared she was going to break up with me. However, our conversation, it was not what I expected at all. A bit of background for this is I have 2 daughters aged 4 and 2, and I became a single dad when I was 20. Just a few months after my first daughter was born, her mother left us, and I've been raising her on my own ever since. About a year or so after that, I met my now ex-partner. She was very pregnant and, like me, was facing the reality of being a single mom soon. Her baby daddy had left her and their daughter, leaving her with no support. We were together for almost 2 years and were a blended family, and during that time I raised our youngest daughter as my own, loving and caring for her as such. That's sweet. Both of my daughters are daddy's girls, and I cherish our relationship. I've never once second-guessed my role as her father. Unfortunately, my ex-partner struggled with mental health issues, including BPD and bipolar disorder. That's tough. Which eventually led to infidelity. Despite our attempts at couples counseling, I realized I couldn't continue the relationship. We split amicably, and I made a promise to my youngest daughter that I would always be there for her, and I fully intend to keep that promise. She spends weekends with me and occasionally stays a few days during the week, and this has been a constant for over a year. That's amazing. Now, fast forward to the present, and I met my current partner shortly after my breakup, around a month later. Honestly, it was supposed to be a casual fling, but we hit it off so well that we ended up spending the whole night talking, playing games, and getting to know each other. We didn't go beyond kissing, but it felt great. From the start, I was open about my situation, being a single father to 2 girls, and the unique relationship with my youngest daughter, and at the time, she seemed fine with it and didn't bring it up again. During our recent talk, she expressed that she's uncomfortable with the fact that I'm still involved in my daughter's life and my ex's life. She said that it's emotionally ignorant and unfair to her that I continue this relationship, and in her words, you can't possibly love her as much as your actual daughter. She's not even yours. This really hit me hard, and I admit I didn't handle it well, and it turned into shouts on both ends, and I told her to leave my house. Good. Crappy part was both my kids were in their rooms and heard the whole thing. Not good. I really hope they heard hardly anything or nothing at all. It was probably the first time they ever seen me like that. She said she went to stay with her sister, and now everyone is messaging me from her friends and family backing my partner's opinion that she isn't even mine and questioning why I care so much about her. Thankfully, my family is on my side and are doing their best to support me emotionally, but it's hard as they live in another state. My mother and stepdad are planning on flying in this coming weekend to help out, which is the best news I've heard all day. That's awesome, but what is wrong with that woman? Honestly, I'm really confused right now. Am I being unreasonable or unfair? No. I'm struggling to process my emotions and don't know what to do next. No, I should also add that my ex and I remain decent friends, and she is a great mother to our youngest daughter. However, my oldest daughter's mother is currently MIA and has been for some time and is not in the picture. My youngest daughter's mother is a great mom but works as a flight attendant for a few years now, so that is the only reason my daughter stays with me a couple days a week on some occasions so she can pick up extra hours when she wants and needs. This only occurs 3 to 4 times a month, if that. Mentally, she is much better and is doing her best. We just didn't work out, but continues to make sure that our daughter will always have me as her daddy. Also, my girlfriend now doesn't live with me. She does, however, stay a few nights out of the week over, and we do go out when I find the time. I haven't heard from her since the incident, which maybe is the best, yeah. When I wrote this, I was definitely trying to word my best during this, and when upset words don't really form in the best way, I do not ever plan on leaving my daughter's life. Okay, when I wrote this, he doesn't use punctuation, so it's hard. I do not ever plan on leaving my daughter's life. What I was more looking for in answers was if I was wrong for kicking her out. Should we have talked more about it? I also don't think I hopped into a relationship too fast after my first daughter. It was over a year later and maybe more when I met my ex, and then a month later after that my new girlfriend, which is real fast and probably the quickest I've ever jumped into a relationship. Oh, goodness, boy, you use periods. But I really thought we had a great connection. My first daughter's mom was my high school sweetheart, and we were together for years and even was each other's first, but after our daughter was born, she completely changed and just decided she had to leave. Okay, people are not the asshole. Might I suggest gently that you pursue therapy and stay away from relationships for a bit? You're quite young and it's been a series of train wrecks. Focus on yourself and your daughters for a bit. Yep. Someone said this. You said it more diplomatically than I would have. Not the asshole, OP, but not time to focus on raising your kids and stay out of relationships until you seek therapy. This is not a pattern you want your daughters to emulate. Absolutely. No, sir. You need to leave that woman. No woman. The only women you need in your life are your daughters and your mother if she's good to you, and your sister if you have one. Aunts, grandma, whatever. But a woman, you need to really just focus on being a dad. And sounds like you're a good dad. You are raising a daughter that's not yours. She is yours. I'm sorry that that's how can another human being be like that? How can her family be like, how you don't like you? There's no possible way you could love her. like you do your biological daughter. Like, no, there is an actual way you can love two children just the same, even if they're both not biologically yours. I'm sure, I'm not a parent who's adopted a kid, but I have kids and I have nephews, and the love that I have for, and my nieces, the love that I have for them, it's just immeasurable, I guess is what I'm saying. Why would you ask somebody that? Oh man. Everybody, after reading all these on Reddit, it's like everybody's just out here treating everybody like crap. I don't understand what happened. Maybe, nothing happened. Maybe it's always been like this. It's just, I don't know. We talk about it now. Who knows? All I know is that I'm tired of hearing myself. I do know that. And I'm not looking forward to editing this, so it's probably not going to be the best. But I do need to get it out. I need to get... Screw it. I'll wear it. Whatever. I need to get some subscribers. How do I do that? I'm just kidding. I know how. I need to make good content and be on here regularly and stuff. Have something interesting for you to hear. Hopefully that was interesting. I find these very interesting, and I like to give advice. No one ever asks me for advice. So yeah, I like to give it. So I just find random stuff on the internet. I'll give them advice. Yeah. I'm thinking about going to school to be like a peer leader, like a counselor kind of. There's like peer leadership programs you can do, and that's just like kind of getting your foot in the door. So I want to do that. I feel like I'm here to help people or be just a positive in others' lives. I do my best to have a smile on my face when I go out in public. I'm kind to others, and I make sure I have empathy for others. It's so important to have empathy, because if you don't understand what someone's going through, it's hard to understand how to take care of them, how to take care of them correctly, and how to love them correctly. And my phone's gonna die. I got to go. This is 30 minutes long. Man, I got a lot of editing to do. Okay. I got this shirt in the mail. I ordered this on TikTok. It's so cute. It says, "They didn't burn witches, they burned women." And then it has the years and the rights that women have gained. You see? All the rights we've gained throughout the years. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that men were just born with them and we had to fight for them, huh? We didn't fight, I guess, huh? Not really. But you know what? I think we should all be strong enough to. I'm not there yet at all. I'm struggling, but I'm working on it. You should too. Drink your water, get outside, take your vitamins, go for a walk, take care of yourself, eat right, drink your water. Did I say that? I don't know. Get your vitamin D from the sunshine. Get your H2O from your water. I need this badly. And just, make sure you're doing things that make you happy. Taking care of yourself and others. And somebody loves you. I hope you have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you right now. See ya. Bye.